The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. If there is anything that we wish to change in the child, we should first examine it and see whether it is not something that could better be changed in ourselves. There is no such thing as a pure introvert or extrovert. Such a person would be in the lunatic asylum. The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. It is just these intense conflicts and their conflagration which are needed to produce valuable and lasting results. A human being would certainly not grow to be 70 or 80 years old if this longevity had no meaning for the species. The afternoon of human life must also have a significance of its own and cannot be merely a pitiful appendage to life's morning. Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering. The man who promises everything is sure to fulfill nothing, and everyone who promises too much is in danger of using evil means in order to carry out his promises, and is already on the road to perdition. We should not pretend to understand the world only by the intellect. The judgment of the intellect is only part of the truth. I have treated many hundreds of patients. Among those in the second half of life, that is to say, over 35, there has not been one whose problem in the last resort was not that of finding a religious outlook on life. We shall probably get nearest to the truth if we think of the conscious and personal psyche as resting upon the broad basis of an inherited and universal psychic disposition which is as such unconscious, and that our personal psyche bears the same relation to the collective psyche as the individual to society. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. When an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside as fate. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth, and if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. There is no birth of consciousness without pain. Masses are always breeding grounds of psychic epidemics. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Why should I henceforth not love my dreams and not make their riddling images into objects of my daily consideration? Man's task is to become conscious of the contents that press upward from the unconscious. Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you.